Shalom, 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 Israel. We back. It's another episode of Casting Down Imaginations. I'm your host, Officer Abiyah, and to my left,
Officer Yawasab.
and to his left,
Officer Hamilton.
yeah, we gonna hold this down for Officer Palu and Officer Azariah. Of course, you know, Feast of Tabernacles is right around the corner, so they got some business to handle today. So we're gonna hold it down for them. So today's topic is our true history told by the Bible. Because a lot of new people are now on this Periscope. They don't understand Israel quotation. I see all these comments. Israel quotation. What's Israel? What's that? How do you know this? How do you know that? So I guess we got to go over the basics again. You know, for the new ones tuning in to this Periscope, and pray that the Spirit moves them to repent and keep God's commandments. Go ahead, officer.
All right, we're going to go to a quick break and we'll be back with our true history told to us by the Bible.
DJ, spin that. Shalom, Israel. Absolutely. We are the Israelites.
According to the Bible.
And we're going to go over that today. How we know that.
Remember, men, our job is to teach our people who they are in the faith of Christ. Alright? That's our main goal. I'm ready to go home. As soon as our people understand who they are, that they need to repent, soon we go home. Alright? Ain't always need to go over no deep sayings, and people don't even know who they are. All praise, yes, give them a sin. Shalom, shalom, Most High Christ bless. And it's a commandment from the Most High.
Right.
I think it's August the 1st.
The deadline?
For the deadline?
Yeah.
August the 1st.
Today is the deadline.
Yes, today is August the 1st. Yeah, today's. Man, yeah.
Today is the day.
Yep, today is. You check your phone. You didn't know.
Israel, for those that's coming to Feast of Tabernacle, it's going down. I mean, it's very affordable. Anybody, $100 for a family. $100 for a single brother or a single sister. It's affordable. You understand what I'm saying? We made it very affordable. You just got to get here.
They're going to host the men's conference as well, though, right? Ain't they doing that? Men's conference?
Yeah, they're doing the men's conference this year.
Yeah, they're doing the men's conference and the Feast of Tabernacle. It's going to be called Man Up. So the bishop's going to bring some heavy stuff out. Then they're going to do this, also they're going to be doing the Daughters of Sarah meeting there as well.
The first fee is the only fee. That's the registration fee.
He said, what's my charge at? IUIC St. Louis.
Oh man, I have to buy you a new charger, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you another charger, brother.
Let me see your phone.
I have it. I just don't know where it is.
Damn. So, your phone. You taking people's charges state to state. State to state. That's right.
We about to rule. All praises, bro. All praises.
August 2nd at sundown. August 2nd at sundown is new moon. Tomorrow at sundown is new moon.
Jeremiah, you been on the radio?
Are you going over any of the curses or?
Yeah, I got something. I got a few.
Curse of the city.
I can put it. I just put like a few, but I'm going in some curses. I just write them all. I ain't gonna write them all. When we get to here, we're going to 4850s
Oh, so you're going over Besieged? So I actually need to look up Titus and Vespasian. But has anybody got their Babylon and Timbuktu?
I wish I had it. I can't find my I have it. I can't find it. I need somebody to use it.
If I would have known, I would have bought my books. I got that. I got the works of Josephus. Got a lot of stuff.
We teaching our people these laws. They don't want correction. These churches are teaching deception. They coming with doctrines so they can reject them. But ain't no exceptions. Can't you see? The laws were given for you. The laws were given for me. What were you chosen to be? Thugs in the street or kings with priests. Follow the Lord or follow the beast. Living the sea, reading up the sea. Pray to the Lord when I'm facing the east. Keeping these wolves away from the sheep. Pray to the Lord when I'm facing the east. And I'm keeping these wolves away from the sheep. Live my life and right these wrongs. I'm keeping these laws. Give my life up for the cause. I'm keeping these laws. Take my ways and fix my flaws. I'm keeping these laws. Give the Lord some applause for giving us these laws. Live my life and right these wrongs. I'm keeping these laws. Give my life up for the cause. I'm keeping these laws. Take my ways and fix my flaws. I'm keeping these laws.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. My bad.
For giving us these laws. Yeah, I'm keeping these laws. Yeah, I'm fixing my flaws. I might have to die for the cause. Be strong with the Lord.
We about to get into it, man. We got something for y'all.
The devil gon' try you. He praying for keeps. Living this end, and that's what you reap. Pray to the Lord.
I got the two Babylons on here. I don't have Babylon stuff like this.
Because you know what I'm needing, right? Because he's going over the siege.
Israel on top, that's how it's gonna be, yeah. But the nation, they don't want that. They just want you in the hood with a dope bag. They just want you in the church getting sidetracked. They don't want to see the good Lord when he come back. Nah, when the Lord come back, Israel gonna fly, Babylon gonna die. In the blink of an eye.
That's Nariah Judah, right? Nariah Judah. Nariah Judah is on the track.
Yeah, when the Bible come out, they don't like that sound. We gon' still cry loud. We gon' really give a damn what your preacher say. Your mama say we gon' shut them down. Live my life and right these wrongs. I'm keeping these laws. Give my life up for the cause. I'm keeping these laws. Change my ways and fix my flaws. I'm keeping these laws. Give the Lord some applause for giving us these laws. Live my life and right these wrongs. I'm keeping these laws. Give my life up for the cause. I'm keeping these laws. Change my ways and fix my flaws. I'm keeping these laws. Give the Lord some applause for giving us these laws. Give it the most of the praises. Look at the eyes we face within this nation. On the reason that he gave us, knowing they glory your ways. Never let sin overtake your word. That's such we wage, and this is amazing. Seeing my people rise to the occasion, minus the hating, we are the greatest. Deuteronomy 7 and 6, and nothing can change it. Knowing that Christ can come to replace it or fulfill what prophets were saying. Why you please? When the kingdom at hand, keep coming.
Let me end up this. End up this is on 7.
You were chosen, gotta get straight. That's why every minute I meditate. Cause the word says that this path is straight. Water and fire on either side. Choose now if you live or die. And sinning, I ain't really got the time. My follow laws, I'm on the winning side. And my heritage, where you from, across 1711. That's Israel. 1611 is the Bible box to shut down my religious styles.
Brothers and sisters, what it's talking about the sack of Jerusalem, yeah.
My life and right these wrongs, I'm keeping these laws. Give my life up for the cause, I'm keeping these laws.
Brothers and sisters will learn that. I see it on Facebook all the time, Twitter. There's no magical scripture to convince somebody that you're right and they're wrong.
Alright, let's put them on. 10 seconds.
There's no magical scripture. You can post a million scriptures. You think they're gonna read it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta be mindful of that. We back. Shalom, shalom. We about to get into this. This is gonna be an in-depth class on how we know we the Israelites through the Bible, the history of the Bible.
Because everybody want to tell our history. So-called white men want to tell our history to us. But guess what? You're gonna find out today that the Bible is your history book.
Right.
That the Bible is your history book. Okay, brothers and sisters? All right. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's get Isaiah 8:20.
Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20.
Come on.
Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20. To the law and to the testimony.
To the law and to the testimony. Read.
If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them.
Any man's coming from this Bible, if they're not speaking according to this word, because they don't have no light in them. All right? Give me from there. Give me Romans 15 and 4.
Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
This Bible was written so we can learn from. All right, read.
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Because that's how we're going to get hope. That's how we know what the Israelites today, through the scriptures. All right? Matter of fact, get that. Christ said that. With John 7:38. That's right. John 7:38. Get there. Let me see.
I got you. Talking about certain scriptures.
No. 5.
Yeah, 5:39.
5:39.
This is St. John chapter 5, verse 39. Search the scriptures, for in them ye think ye have eternal life.
That's where our life at, is in these scriptures. That's when I found out I was an Israelite. In these scriptures. Alright? From there. 1 Peter chapter 4 and 11.
First Peter chapter 4, verse 11.
Come on.
If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of
So
God.
if any man coming to you with the Bible, right? Let him stay in the Bible. Alright? That's it on that?
If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which God giveth, that God in all things may be glorified through Jesus Christ.
The ability of God giving. God is giving this to us. Alright? So that's it on that?
To whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen.
Alright. Let's get it started. Get John chapter 4, start at verse 5. John chapter 4 and verse 5. Because a lot of times our people say the Old Testament done away with, not knowing Christ was speaking about the Old Testament, all right? And the Old Testament is very important. It's the whole Bible. That's what it is. It's the whole Bible. So we're going to get a little history today on this. Read that.
This is St. John chapter 4, verse 5.
Come on.
Then cometh he to a city of Samaria, which is called Sychar, near to the parcel of ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph.
Okay.
Now Jacob's well was there. Jesus therefore, being weary with his journey, sat thus on the well.
So remember, there's Jacob well there, right? Read.
And it was about the 6th hour. There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. Jesus saith unto her, Give me
This is
to
of the
drink.
northern kingdom. We're not going to get into that right now, but this is a woman from the northern kingdom. They dwelled around Samaria. In Samaria. Come on.
Verse 8. For his disciples were gone away unto the city to buy meat.
Come on.
Then saith the woman of Samaria unto him, How is it that thou, being a Jew, askest drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans.
Because the Jews wasn't dealing with the northern kingdom anymore. When you read Kings, that's when they separated. And then Hosea. Most High told them, let them alone. All right, so they start calling them heathens. Heathens and what else? Gentiles. All right? You ain't nothing. You are the other nations. Y'all do what you do. You ain't a part of the covenant no more. You know, that's how they were being treated to them, all right? That's why she said that. All right, read.
Jesus answered and said unto her, If thou knewest the gift of God, and who it is that saith to thee, Give me to drink, thou wouldest have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water.
Come on.
The woman saith unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep.
She ain't understanding what he's saying. All right, read.
From whence then hast thou that living water? Art thou greater than our father Jacob?
That's how you know she's an Israelite. And she knew who she was. Right, read.
Which gave us the well and drank thereof himself, and his children and his cattle? Jesus answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. Thirst again, verse 14. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into eternal life.
Come on.
Verse 15. The woman saith unto him, Sir, give me this water, that I thirst not, neither come hither to draw. Jesus saith unto her, Go call thy husband and come hither. And the woman answered and said, I have no husband. Jesus said unto her, Thou hast well said, I have no husband. For thou hast had 5 husbands, and he whom thou now hast is not thy husband, and that saidest thou truly. The woman saith unto him, Sir, I perceive that thou art a prophet.
So she knew he was a prophet by how he was speaking. You know, he was telling the truth. Read.
Our fathers worship in this mountain, and ye say, in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship.
Here you go. You got to go back into the Old Testament to understand what this talking about. Read.
Jesus saith unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall never in this mountain, nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Ye worship, ye know not what.
Read 21 again.
Jesus saith unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh.
The hour cometh, right? The time is going to come. Read.
When ye shall neither in this mountain, nor yet at Jerusalem, worship the Father.
Christ is bringing up something that the Most High prophesied that was going to happen to us in 70 AD. Right? Get Luke chapter 21. 21. Get Luke chapter 21. Start at verse 5. We're going to do a lot of reading today.
Luke chapter 21, verse 5. And as some spake of the temple, how it was adorned with goodly stones and gifts, and he said, As for these things which ye behold, the day will come in the which there shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down.
That's what Christ was doing. Christ was preaching what his Father sent him to preach. All right? Read.
And they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? And he said, Take heed that ye be not deceived. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified. For these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by.
Come on.
Then said he unto them, Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven.
Come on.
But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you.
So there's going to be certain things going to happen throughout certain times of history. That's what he's going into. This ain't going to all happen at one time. One just cluster of events. All right? It's going to be broken up in different times. Okay? Read.
Delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's
And
sake.
that's what happened to them. All right? They was killed. John the Baptist's head was cut off his head. All right? Of his body. Read.
And it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate. Verse 14.
All right, come on.
Not to meditate before what ye shall answer.
Read.
For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist.
They can't do that now. All right, come on.
And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolks and friends. And some of you
Because
shall...
they don't believe. And this is stuff that's going to happen. It happened then, and it's going to happen now. In this time. It's going to happen. All right? Because our people don't believe in Christ. Especially the black Christ. All right? They believe in that hippie. That's what they believe in, that liar. All right? Read.
And some of you shall they cause to be put to death, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
And we hated of all men, because now when we telling the truth, come out that we Israelites, the hatred comes.
Hey, officer.
Go ahead.
When you read verse 16, it's telling you some of the people that's going to hate you. Your parents. So you need to understand this is war.
Your own people.
Your own people is going to rise up against you and try to put you to death. Get you put to death. So we need to make sure we keep it thus saith the Lord, and understand that this is a fight.
Yes, sir.
You don't need to be around the unbelievers all day if you ain't got to. Because at the end of the day, their job is to get you off track. That's their job. That's why it says in Proverbs that the wicked seduces the righteous. That means they will seduce you. So you need to be mindful of that.
Okay. That's right. Read on.
Verse 17, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But there shall not an hair of your head perish, and your patience possess ye your souls. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
All right. Read that again.
And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
What is Christ talking about? What is he talking about right here? We're going to come back to that. Read 21.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto.
Okay, so Christ is telling them to flee into the mountains. What mountains he talking about? Let's get Matthew chapter 2 and verse 13 real quick.
Matthew chapter
We
2
got to
verse
go through this history to see how we get into Africa, so-called Africa. Because just because we was taken off the west bank of Africa, don't mean we Africans. We ran into Africa, all right, to get away from Roman persecution. All right?
This is Matthew chapter 2 verse 13.
Come on.
And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeareth to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word. For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him.
Our people always ran into Egypt. Always ran into Egypt to hide. Because we looked at like Egyptians. We was dark like all the rest of the people. All right? Get Luke chapter 21 and 21. Go back to Luke chapter 21 and 21.
Luke chapter 21 verse 21. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and
Read to Africa, read.
and let them which are in the midst of it depart out.
Come on.
And let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance.
These be the days of vengeance. These be the days of vengeance, right? Read, what verse you at?
22.
All right, these be the days of vengeance. Get Zechariah 13 and 7. All right, these be the days of vengeance. I told you the verse 13 and 7.
This is Zechariah chapter 13 verse 7. Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow, saith the Lord of hosts. Smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered, and I will turn mine hand upon the
All
little.
this is done by the Most High. Because why? He was angry with us because we did not keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. This is what Christ is going over with them about. Because the days of vengeance, the days of the anger of God is upon them. Read it again.
Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow, saith the Lord of hosts. Smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered, and I will turn mine hand upon the little ones.
All right. Get John chapter 10 and verse 7. We're going to go back to Luke 21 and 21. John chapter 10.
John chapter 10, verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me.
Come on.
And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand.
Come on.
My Father which gave them me is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand.
Right. Read.
I and my Father are one. Then the Jews.
So we came here to see who was the shepherd. He said, "Smite the shepherd," right? And the sheep were scattered. Right. Read.
Verse 31.
Wait, what I told you to read?
Verse 27 down, and I just read down.
No, I'm sorry. That's my fault, y'all. It's John 10 and 7. What I said?
John chapter 10, verse 27.
John chapter 10, verse 7.
John chapter 10, verse 7. Then said Jesus unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep.
Come on.
All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them.
Mm-hmm. Just like today, we're not hearing them pastors. We're not hearing anybody who's not speaking, keeping the commandments and the faith of Christ. All right? We're not hearing that. We ain't hearing nothing else. All right? Read.
I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved.
So you got to enter in through Christ. That's the only way. All right? So all you brothers who denying Christ, shame on you. Hope you repent, man. That day you're going to be sorry. Come on.
And shall go in and out and find pasture. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life.
That they might have life. Us. Because we the ones that don't have life. Read.
And that they might have it more abundantly.
And that they might have it more abundantly. Read.
I am the good shepherd.
Read that again.
I am the good shepherd.
He said, I am the good shepherd. This is the shepherd that we was reading about in Zechariah 13 and 7. When Christ got put to death, the sheep were scattered. All right? We're going to get into it. Just be patient. If you don't understand right now, it's going to come to you. Read it again.
I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep.
So, and then you know that Christ died for us, Israel. And then you know he died for us only. Right? So, get Luke chapter 21 and 22. And this one,
Luke chapter 21, verse 22. Let me start at verse 21 again.
Yeah, 21. That's what I want. Yeah.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out. And let not them that are in the countries enter therein too.
Read 21 again.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out. And let not them that are in the countries enter therein too.
Come on.
For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
All things were written may be fulfilled. Where? In the Old Testament. Deuteronomy chapter 28. Deuteronomy chapter 28. Zechariah. All the prophets spoke about it. Because our people are hard-headed. All right, read on. What verse you at?
Verse 23.
Okay, get Deuteronomy 28.
Hold on. No, we got to read this. We got to
Okay.
read 23.
Okay.
But woe unto them that are with child.
You wasn't finished. Okay, here you go.
But woe unto them that are with child,
All right.
and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people, if they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
Why? Why is he saying this? Why is he saying this? Because we broke the laws, statutes, and commandments of God that we agreed that we was going to do. And the Most High, he's keeping his word. All right? So that's it on that?
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Those people over there in Jerusalem, in your land, you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, over there in your land, that's not the real people. It's being tracked down by heathens. All right? Those are not God's people. All right? Get that, we're going to show you the prophecy that Christ is talking about in Deuteronomy chapter 28, starting at verse 52. You got something to say? All right.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 52. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates, until thy high and fenced wall cometh down. Wherein,
high and fenced wall coming down, because they had a wall around Jerusalem. All right, read.
Wherein thou trustedest throughout all thy land, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land.
So he talking about the enemy besieging us in 70 AD.
Besieging means basically cutting off all supply of food, water, and any other necessities that you would need being brought into the city. They cut off basically the life supply.
They do that today. America, the same people who did us back then, is the same people who controlling the world today. They can control the seas. If you disagree with them, you don't want to. They put sanctions on you. You don't want to shake their hand. You don't want to take their democracy. They put sanctions on you. You won't get no goods coming into your land. That's why who that is got they said they good mechanics. I can't think of it now. I'll get to it. But anyway, keep reading.
Verse 53, and thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body.
He said, thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body. Right? Read.
And the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy God hath given thee in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee.
Come on.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
Even the weakest brothers among you gonna have evil eyes toward their brothers. That brother who want her to fly. Read.
And toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
Now this was written when they came out of the land of Egypt. And Christ told them way back when they was in captivity under the Romans. Right? Read on.
Verse 55. So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat.
Read.
Because he had nothing left him in the siege.
Because they were running out of food. Don't have no food. And anybody who was coming out or going in would die. That's what Christ was saying. You wasn't going to be able to go in, and you ain't going to be able to go out. Read.
And in the straitness wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in all thy gates.
Read.
The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear. For she shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee.
This is what Christ telling them. This is what Christ telling them in Luke 21.
I got something to say. I'm looking on Periscope. Someone saying, why are we reading this mess? Why are you watching it? If this doesn't pertain to you, go home. Click the X button on the side. All right? We read the Bible What are y'all doing for y'all people? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? We out here teaching the people how to get salvation. What are you doing to typing keys on the computer or on your phone? We ain't got time for this. We here to awaken 144,000 people, the Israelites. All right? A lot of people do not understand we have to go through this history. Go ahead, bro.
We're reading. Let me do a quick recap for you. For the ones that want to type instead of listen. I'm gonna be nice. We just went through the fall of Jerusalem that was prophesied by Jesus the Christ. Did it happen? Yes. We're gonna actually get the historical records that some of you people believe in more than y'all believe in God. We're going to get the historical records about the account that Jesus the Christ said and also what Moses said in Deuteronomy 28. We're reading it biblically so we can show it to you historically so that you can know that this Bible is telling the truth.
That we ain't just saying that
Right.
the blacks, the Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites.
Right. This ain't just religious hocus pocus. We're showing you that the Bible links up with history 100% accurately. 100%.
Hey, I'm sorry. I get Leviticus 13 because I read a comment where it said that this is the white man's book. This is the white man's book. If it was the white man's book, tell me if he would write this. And the only thing white in this book is the pages. Just to let you know. We get Leviticus 13 and 29. Tell me if the white man
First of
wrote
all,
this.
you so smart, ain't no such thing as a white man.
They're red. But watch this. Get Leviticus 13 and 29.
This is Leviticus chapter 13, verse 29. If a man or a woman have a plague upon the head of their beard, or their beard, then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, and there be in it a yellow thin hair.
A yellow thin hair or blonde hair, read.
Then the priest shall pronounce him unclean.
So the priest shall pronounce that man or woman unclean. So if the white man wrote this Bible, why would he write this? Why would he write this right here if this is the white man's Bible? I'm telling y'all people need to go get a life. Y'all come on Periscope. You come on Periscope, you don't believe, you just want to scoff around. What time is it? What time is it? 10 o'clock? Let me see.
10:50.
10:50. And you ain't got nothing to do with your time except come over here and try to scoff at the prophets of God.
They just doing their job. Did you know the Bible was talking about you, the ones that want to gainsay and nitpick and scoff? Let me put it. Scoffing means trying to joke. You know what I'm saying? To try to call this a joke. You understand what I'm saying? Jesus said it would be days like this, and at the end, when you see us coming, y'all gonna be the ones crying and on your knees begging for forgiveness.
Get that. And I'm glad you said that. Get that.
We're taking a quick detour.
Yeah.
This is for all you scoffers in that day. In that day, y'all gonna wish y'all had not even wrote what y'all writing now.
Get that in Wisdom Solomon chapter 5.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand up in great boldness before the face.
The righteous man is the man who keeping the commandments, right? That's just the righteous. They tell you that in Deuteronomy 5 and 26, right? 5 and 26. Read.
Before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labor.
So some of our brothers gonna be killed, right? Some of us gonna be talked about by our family members. Gonna be cast out. I'm cutting you off, and you keep talking about you an Israelite. You ain't get no more money from cutting you off. All right. Read.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
When y'all see us stand with Christ, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble, and you're gonna be afraid. You're gonna be afraid. You talking right now, you yapping right now, but in that day, you ain't gonna be yapping. Read.
Same thing that make y'all laugh is gonna make y'all cry.
Oh man, my dad used to always say that. Son, same thing make you laugh, gonna make you cry. And he was right. He was right.
Jesus Christ is gonna put his big black feet all over you. And there's nothing you can
The
do.
first time he came as a man, the second time he's going to come back as a God.
Y'all better repent. I pray if y'all black, Hispanic, or Native American descent on your father's side, I pray y'all repent. If you're not, you're going to die anyway. So you might as well just do your job, which you're doing right now. But it is what it is.
We're going to see.
But that's it. We're not even going to entertain that no more.
Okay.
All right, because we got people over here learning. So we went over the sack of Jerusalem prophesied by Jesus Christ. We went over the curses that pertain to the siege in Deuteronomy 28, written by Moses, by, of course, the Spirit of the Most High. You got that? You got that history on that, Makai, Officer Makai? Let's get the historical account of what we just read in the Bible. Of course, this happened after Jesus Christ said this, okay? Because Jesus Christ said this when Jerusalem was still up. Read that.
This is from Babylon Timbuktu, page 84.
Babylon, the Timbuktu, this is something that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans hate to do. Read a book.
They get mad because we read. We
Right.
get mad, and hold on, why did you not get mad when a so-called white man lied to you in your school told Christopher Columbus found
Discovered America.
discovered America?
Watch this. We're going to read a book that a black archaeologist wrote. Did you know that it was black archaeologists? Since y'all claim that a white man wrote this Bible, let's see what the black man did when he went and started excavating and found out some information. Read that.
In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem in 70 AD. General Vespasian and his son Titus
Let me stop right there. It's 65 BC, before Christ. The Roman Empire took over Jerusalem. So when you read in the Bible, and it talks about Pontius Pilate, Herod, it's talking about the Roman occupation of Jerusalem.
That's right.
Read the 70 AD part again.
In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state.
So General Vespasian and Titus, his son, put an end to the Jewish state. They utterly destroyed it. Read.
With great slaughter.
With great slaughter. Didn't we just read? You will fall by the edge of the sword. Woe be to the woman that gives suck in those days. Flee to the mountains so you don't have to be killed. Did we not just read that in the Bible? Read.
During the period of the military governance of Palestine, many outrageous and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
Right. We were slaughtered. We had to eat our children, like we just read in Deuteronomy chapter 52, because they besieged, cut off all food and water supply to Jerusalem. Read.
During the period of Pompey to Julius, it is estimated that over 1 million Jews fled to Africa.
1 million Jews fled into Africa. He said flee into the mountains. Do you see how history links up with the Bible? But many of you idiots that never read a book in your life other than Goosebumps in middle school will try to just fight against the Bible, dispute the Bible like you have any type of intelligence. When y'all idiots believe in black woman is God. Y'all believe in a rock as being God. Y'all believe that you guys are God, but you live in a freaking projects on food stamps, but you a God.
Watch this. Keep going.
Keep reading.
Keep going.
Fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery.
What did Jesus Christ say? Let me read this again so we can link it together. Luke chapter 21. Well, I'm going to make it real plain for y'all. Luke chapter 21, verse 21 again.
I'll read it. It says, Luke chapter 21, verse 21. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
That's talking about Africa, those 1 million Jews that fled into Africa. Come on.
And let them which are in the midst of it depart out.
Depart out what? Depart out of Jerusalem, depart out of Judea into the mountains. Come on.
And let none of them that are in the countries enter in, thereinto.
Come on.
For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
We just read Deuteronomy 28:52 had to be fulfilled. We read that this just had to be fulfilled. Come on, officer.
But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
Why? Because we just read that the Israelites had to eat their children because the Roman Empire, your beloved neighborhood white man, decided that he wanted to cut off your food supply and starve you out of the land. Read.
For there shall be a great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people.
Wrath means destruction, y'all. For those that don't understand basic English. Read.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
When you fall by the edge of the sword, that means someone killed you. Somebody murdered you. Read Babylon to Timbuktu again. Focus. Open your ears. We're reading it to you since you don't want to read yourself. Come on.
And they shall be led captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
The Gentiles, in the context of this scripture, is literally talking about the other nations. So, primarily, the so-called white man, because they were the Roman Empire. They would be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. What are the times of the Gentiles? The so-called Gentiles, or the real Gentiles, the so-called white man, rules the world. That's the time that needs to be fulfilled. Because when we fail, nothing but Gentiles ruled after that until the dark ages. And then we fail again. Read Babylon and Timbuktu again. Read that.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
So how could a white man that's claiming to be a Jew survive in the heat in Africa?
And high among people that
It high.
among people that don't look like him.
Right. That makes absolutely, positively no sense. Read.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it was estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery.
Fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. Tell me, in recorded history, when did the Roman Empire ever have white slaves? Don't worry, I'll wait. They didn't. They had Israelite, which was the so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans. Now, back then, they had them as slaves, and they were black in color. Read. Is there any more on that?
Yeah, it says, the slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
Wait a minute. Somebody's calling us fake Jews. What did history just say? Read that again.
The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
The slave market was full of black Jewish slaves. We just read that it says, be led away captive into all nations. We're taking a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll pick up right where we left off. Let the butter melt on that biscuit for a second. We got some music that we about to play for you idiots that refuse to read.
Yeah. Let them know why. The awakening of his brothers, a biblical statement. What fear and tremble on the face of the nations we raising. To new heights as tall as heaven, no options we taking. The kingdom by force we endure for the heathens enslavement. The awakening of his brothers, a biblical statement. What fear and tremble on the face of the nations we raising. To new heights as tall as heaven, no options we taking. The kingdom by force we endure for the heathens enslavement. See, I grew up to Judah, we was beaten with Ephraim. Then I got older, found Christ.
Right, y'all all right? What's your question, sis? Was that page 88?
84.
84. Page 84 in Babylon at Timbuktu. Sister, don't mind that brother. He don't know what he's talking about. What's your question? Babylon to Timbuktu.
To new heights, told us having no options, we taking the kingdom by force, we get here for the heathens enslavement. The awakening of this world is a biblical statement. We're very tremble on the face of the nations we praising. To new heights, told us having no options, we taking the kingdom by force, we get here for the heathens enslavement. Never thought it would be them niggas and sticks. Everything's scared, society took my way, introduced and tricks.
You Kemet brothers are the most dumbest of the dumbest. I'd rather talk to a Christian than somebody in Kemet that believes in Kemet. You have no records that say that you from Africa, but you claim Egyptian. You have no records that say you come from a bloodline of a pharaoh, but you claim to be a pharaoh.
No records.
No records, no archaeology facts. You claim that the white man wrote the Bible, but all of your books, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, is written by white people. Y'all about the dumbest people I've ever met in my life. For real. Black woman is God. How? When the black woman wants to beat a white woman.
Don't want her own hair.
What? Let's be 100. Idiots, bro. Idiots, bro.
The kingdom by force, we get here for the heathens enslavement. The awakening of this world is a biblical statement. We're very tremble on the face of the nations we praising. To new heights and songless having no options we taking. The kingdom by force.
Telling you. You Negroes would make Jesus Christ marvel again. The number after the break is 405-293-2029. If you call in one in the scoff, you will be dealt with. I'm not even playing today.
Back then I was acting up, met him and I straightened up. Jesus Christ was a black man, not a white man. They hated him. Years ago they hated him. Nowadays they fake him. Cause all the nations gonna hate God when they find out there was enslavement. God said he had chosen people, special people not created equal. Moses said God would punish us in the wilderness.
Hey, family.
I just saw something, man. They talking about watch Hidden Colors. I'm telling you, brothers, remember we dealt with brothers. Brothers watch Hidden Colors and think they are scholars. They think they scholars when they watch Hidden Colors.
Bruh.
They went all, listen.
They watch what? I'm a scholar now. I've been endowed with all knowledge.
Watch this. Watch this. They watch Hidden Colors. Did any of them research what any of them said? No. So you gonna just believe because it's on TV. That's what it is. Oh, this is this, brother. This is that, brother. This is Hidden Colors, brother. Oh my God, that has to be true because a black man said it on TV. Y'all gotta be about the most gulliblest people in planet Earth. Why didn't you research it after you heard it? Why would you dismiss this when you hear it? Why don't you research it?
Because you hate God, you hate the commandments.
And you hate your people.
You hate your people.
You hate
That's
your people,
why.
bruh.
That's why.
You have no knowledge. You have no understanding because if I challenge you on anything that the Hidden Colors people said, you have to watch the video again and then regurgitate what they said. You didn't learn the knowledge. You just heard the knowledge. It's a difference. We study. Now, look, listen to the word. We study. We read. We don't take no man's word for it. That's the difference between me and y'all. Us and y'all. We study. You know why I believe this Bible? Because I can read history like what we just read, and it lines up with the Bible. I can read the transatlantic slave trade in the Bible that happened to my ancestors in 1619. And this Bible was written before 1619. So therefore, there had to be a divine power to influence a man to write down something that didn't happen yet.
He said he declared the end from the beginning.
I live the curses every single day. What do you live in the Book of the Dead? What do you live watching a Hidden Colors DVD?
I know what he
When the Hidden Colors DVD won't even say white man. They'll say the oppressor or the powers that be. Or dominant society. Y'all listening to Uncle Tom Coons telling you some history of people that I'm done.
They too scared to say who the enemy is.
Right, they won't even say it. You know why? Because some of them people that's on the DVD hold political office. You idiots.
They don't want to offend them.
They don't want to mess up their opportunity to get back on TV.
Watch this. We're doing this for free. How much did that Hidden Colors DVD run you?
They charge you. They charging you for your history.
They charging you for the knowledge of yourself. They ain't no better than a Christian pastor. Y'all bought it. Y'all some. Come on,
They
man.
on Hidden Colors. I think it's on 2. They go around all around the world, right? Saying black man here, black man here, black man all in Europe. He was the first in Europe and all that, right? He was the Asians and all that, right?
Right.
But when you go to Israel, they're white. That don't make no sense.
Watch, Hidden Colors said that Jesus Christ was black and they left it at that.
Wet bang? Yeah. We don't deal with wet bang.
No.
We don't deal with wet bang.
Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 1. Perfect example. That's a custom of the heathen.
Yeah, you don't find that nowhere in the Bible that was our custom.
The Egyptians used to do that. In Leviticus, it tells you that you should not do anything of the ways of the Egyptians. The Egyptians started the wedding band thing.
That's how they got married. We don't get married that way.
I'm married, and I'm happily married.
I'm married as well.
I don't have to promote that I'm married. You know what? I show it in my actions that I'm married. I'm not trying to holler at a sister. You know what I'm saying? I'm not all in a sister's face. My wife's not all in a man's face because she conducts herself as being married. Some of the married people in the world got a wedding band and slapping booty with another woman with the wedding band on. So it means nothing. Watch this. The Kemetic community charges you for a debate. The Christian church charging you for a sermon. The idiots that did Hidden Colors charge you for a DVD. The Islam, they charge you. I don't know what they We are back. We are back from the break. I hope before the break, y'all understood the history that we was going into. Now, I mean, are we going to fast forward it now, officer? Are we going to get up to these days and times now?
Well, me personally, I don't really like dealing with scoffers because it's a waste of time. You know, I know the normal way y'all do things, y'all deal with, Me personally, I don't like it. I'm going to do what the Bible said do. And I'm going to be fine with doing what the Bible said do.
Right.
So nobody going to tell me I have to deal with a scoffer, because I don't.
You're right.
You understand? Now, I'm not saying this is wrong, brother. You can go in on them. But me, I don't really deal with them. I'm trying to teach my people. You ain't going to force me to deal with you. And nobody ain't going to tell me to deal with you.
Right.
Read that in First Timothy chapter 6.
1 Timothy chapter 6.
This is what the Bible said. I'm going to be the Bible. I don't care. No man going to tell me to deal with a scoffer. No, you ain't going to bait me into it.
1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust.
This is a commandment. Read.
avoid profane and vain babbling.
That's all y'all doing. That's all this is. Because you got a job to do. When we entertain you, you win it. And the people who really trying to learn ain't learning. Finish that first.
It says, avoid profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science falsely so called.
That's what the Kemetic brothers. Come on, man. So called.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you gotta call it.
Caller, what's your name and where you from?
Shalom, gente. My name is Ernesto, and I'm calling from San Diego.
Shalom, bruh. What's going on with you? How you been? You alright?
I just want to know, I am Mexican. I'm from Mexico. And what tribe do I belong to?
If you are so-called Mexican, you... Okay, we'll touch that. For those that are Hispanic online, the Mexicans, the so-called Mexicans, are from the tribe of Issachar. The Bible details your journey on how you came to this side of the world. South America, how you occupied South America, North America, Canada, how you occupied the islands of Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, you know, how you occupy these lands. The Bible goes in detail with it. Do you want us to get that since we're going over?
Yeah,
This is for the Hispanics. The Bible details it all. This is how we know that the Hispanics are Israelites. The so-called Hispanics are Israelites. 2nd Esdras, chapter 13, verse 40. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 13, verse 40. These are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanasseh, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. Verse 41, but they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. So when King Cyrus, the king of the Persian and Medes, decreed that he would let the Israelites go, the 10 tribes, which was the northern kingdom, who was taken away by the Assyrians for not keeping God's commandments and falling into idolatry, they took counsel among themselves, saying, we need to leave this side of the world and go to a place where never mankind dwelt. I'm going to keep reading. That they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. So because they fell into idolatry, they didn't keep God's commandments. So they said, we're going to go to this further country and we're going to keep God's commandments. That's why when you see Native Americans in their tribal gear, they have fringes in a border of blue. That's Numbers 15:38. When you see Issachar, which are the so-called Mexicans, on most of their attire, you'll see them have fringes dangling off their clothes. Why? That's a commandment. Numbers chapter 15, verse 38. You understand? I'm going to keep reading. Verse 43. And they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river. The Euphrates River is still called the Euphrates River today. Just look at it on a map. It said they entered in through the narrow passages. For the Most High did shoot signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over. Holding still the flood means holding back the raging waters, holding back the storms that would happen on a journey when you're on a ship. He held back that and showed signs to guide their way there. From through that country, there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. In the same region is called Arsareth. So they went to a place where never mankind dwelt. and it took them a year and a half to get there. It's talking about America. If you look at the history, Christopher Columbus, the psychomaniac, who claimed, quote unquote, discovered America, used this passage in the Bible that I just read to know that there was another land on this side of the earth. And he knew who was there when he got there. That's why he had Hebrew interpreters on the boat. Read Lost Tribes and Promised Lands. It details it all. You got something to say, officer?
I was you finished with that?
Yeah, so that's how the so-called Native Americans and Hispanics came over and got over here to America. Written in the Bible.
All praises. All right, we're going to go back to the point you made before the break. I want to add on to what you were saying. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 32. Verse 35.
This is Deuteronomy.
You were saying before the break about how the Most High was taking vengeance on our people. And Christ was talking about the prophecy was going to happen, that he was going to repeat the prophecy in Deuteronomy chapter 28. What the Most High said he was going to do to us for breaking his commandments. Okay? Read that.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 35. To me belongeth vengeance and recompense.
So he says, to me belongeth vengeance and recompense. All right? He's talking about, this is the Most High speaking. To him belongeth. We done this. You know, I seen a comment on there earlier saying, why y'all hate white people? Listen, we done this to ourselves. We put ourselves into captivity. All right? The Most High done this to us. The white man is they got a then Aaron go get them black people out of Jerusalem. No, the Most High done it because we broke his laws, statutes, and commandments. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna show you. Read 35 again.
To me belongeth vengeance and recompense. Their foot shall slide in due time. For the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things that shall come upon them make haste.
You see that? Read.
For the Lord shall judge his people.
The Lord shall judge his people. You're not getting away with it. He gonna judge his people. That's what Christ was saying. That's the days of vengeance. All that was judgment. Just like today, we getting shot down in the street. You understand? I'm not talking about the so-called white man. I'm talking about each other. Plus him. All right? Read.
For the Lord shall judge his people and repent himself for his servants, when he seeth that their power is gone, and there is none shut up or left.
Guess what? Our power is gone. Read.
And he shall say, where are their gods, their rock, in whom they trusted?
So what? The Kemetic community. Where are your gods? All right? The black woman is God. Okay, black woman, get us out of this.
Right.
How are we going to get out of this? How children going you can't even stop your children from dying in the street. And 90% of the black community, the Hispanic community, are run by the women. God, help us, black woman, since you are God.
It's funny because you're right, because it says, the scriptures say, and ye shall say, where are their gods, their rock in whom they trust? I mean, we used to think that my grandma was the rock of the family.
Yes.
We used to say that.
They say that now. They say the black woman is the backbone of the community.
Right, the rock. It ain't helping. She be the first one in the street crying over her dead son. But she God, though.
We have to come back to these laws, statutes, commandments as Israel. That's it. That's it. Read that 37 again.
Verse 37.
Before you read it, you got to understand, the Most High is angry here. That's like you raise your child. Let's do it with us. You sacrifice all you have for your kids. You do all what you got for your kids. They grow up old or whatever, and then they don't give you no credit. They slap you in the face. They say, you ain't my father, you ain't do nothing for me. They give credit to somebody else. That would make me angry. All I sacrifice for you, working 2 and 3 jobs, so I can put you through this school, that school, give you a nice education, give you a place to stay, and that's how you gonna talk to me? That's how y'all doing God. God chose us out of all the nations, and we turn our back on him. He got every right to be mad. Because we went into the covenant, and we broke it. We broke the covenant. And that's why we're going through this history and reading this history, so you can wake up. So we can go home. Read 37 again.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 37. And he shall say, where are their gods, their rock in whom they trusted?
So the Most High sat back and said, all right, I want to see what they're going to, without me, I want to see how they're going to live without me. He just leaned back. I want to see what they're going to do without me. Read on.
Verse 38, which did eat the fat of their sacrifices and drank the wine of their drink offerings, let them rise up and help you and be your protection.
You see, that's what we just finished saying. Where are you? Why are you not helping us? Read.
See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me.
Now God about to explain something to you. He says no God with him. Right? Read.
I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
What y'all fail to realize, it's the Most High is doing this. All this killing is done by the Most High. Get that in, I think that's in, when he said, there's a trouble in the city. Get that. People fail to realize it's the Most High is doing this. And it's going to get worse and worse. And worse and worse. Get that, Isaiah 5 and 15. That's right.
What's the word?
So I will go to return to my place.
Hosea.
Hosea 5 and 15. Hold on, I'm going to get that first. Then we're going to read that.
Hosea chapter 5, verse 15.
Come on.
I will go and return to my place.
So the Most High said, I'm going to go and return to my place. Right? Meaning he ain't going to listen to us no more. Read.
Till they acknowledge their offense.
Do you see that? Until they acknowledge their offenses. Y'all not acknowledging that you're in the midst of sin. You ain't acknowledging that you women, you got to have that blonde hair. You're not acknowledging that's a sin. Take it out. Men, you got to grow your beards. You can't wear dresses. You understand that? Until you acknowledge that, the Most High ain't going to help us.
When he said you can't wear dresses, he was talking about men. You men not wear dresses.
Right.
It's skirts or skirts, whatever you want to call it.
Talking about I'm not wearing a dress. It's what do you call it? A kilt. Man, that's a dress.
Right.
Read on.
Verse 15, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early.
He said, in their afflictions. In their afflictions. What is affliction? Y'all don't know what affliction is? What we're going through right now? The man will hold his hands up like this. Right? Clear as day. The man just shot him. He said, man, why you shot me? I don't know. You know why I shot you? It was the Spirit of the Most High. Y'all don't understand. This is deeper than what you think it is. The Most High is trying to wake you brothers and sisters up. Christ is ready to come back. He's ready to avenge us. But you have to do a part. The scripture said the kingdom of heaven don't come by observation. You have to do something. Read that over there.
This is Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people...
This is furthermore proving that the Most High is the one trying to wake us up. And when the most... People say, don't judge me, only God can judge me. Listen to me. You want us to do the judgment. All right? You want us to tell you that you're in the midst of sin. Because the Most High sent us to warn you. But when God comes judge you, you die.
Yeah. That's it.
That's how he judge.
That's right.
He no talking. You want only God can judge me. Okay.
Okay. That's what you want.
That?
Right.
You can have it.
That's what you want. I mean,
that's how God rolled. He said, I'm a God of war. Y'all don't understand God. Y'all don't know God. Y'all don't know God. You don't know the judgments. What David said, hold that right quick. Get that Psalms 119 and 120. Psalms 119 and 120.
this is Psalms chapter 119, verse 120. My flesh trembleth for fear of thee.
This is David speaking. Because he understood that the Most High can knock him off the face of the earth. Read it again.
My flesh trembleth for fear of thee, and I am afraid of thy judgments.
You understand that? Because he the type of God to make you eat your kids.
Yeah. That's God's
You
judgment.
understand that?
That's God's judgment. What we just read, that's God's judgment. You ain't been in your homeland for centuries. That's God's judgment. You've been serving you for centuries.
You forgetting who you are as a people.
Yeah, you don't even know who you are. You call by color and you like it. That's God's judgment.
Talk about you my nigga. You gotta say nigga, not nigger.
Right. That's a judgment.
Come on, man. We the only people do stupid stuff.
You get shot in the street by your own people and not even faze you. But as soon as a so-called police officer shoots you down, you know their name, you know how long they've been on the police force, you remember the brother and sister that got shot, and when they go to trial, nothing happens. And you in the street marching, walking down the street, crying, God judgment.
Wait, then when your own people kill you, you even go farther and say, what that nigga do? He probably deserved it. When your own people kill your own people, you probably say, he deserved it.
And you listen to music that promotes the death of your people, the promiscuous, the babies out of wedlock, drug sales in your community, and this is what you do.
Bob your head to it.
Yeah, that's fire.
You bob your head to it.
And when Pookie gets shot in the street by Ray Ray, man, that's my dog, rest in peace, man. Free Pookie, but he just killed Ray Ray.
You know, that happened in the Bible. When they asked, do you want Christ or do you want Barabbas? Remember?
Yeah.
He said, I don't want Christ. Christ was innocent. I want that nigga over there. They got there killing somebody. Let him free.
And he was a known killer. He was a known killer.
You just brought it out, officer. That whole Free Pookie movement started way back in the Bible with Free Barabbas.
Listen, just by that alone proves you the Israelites. Y'all have the same spirit, man. Don't y'all see? Wake up. Wake up. Read that real quick.
Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
So I moved up here to Oklahoma, right? I didn't know nothing about no tornadoes till I moved up here. They blow sirens, right? Then you know that a tornado coming. Mm-hmm. Danger is coming. A tornado tests stuff up. Mm-hmm. So anytime a horn is blown in the city, meaning danger is coming. Read it again.
Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
And the people not be afraid because the danger is coming. Read.
Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord has not known it,
Hold on.
not done it?
He said, read it again.
Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord has not done it? Surely the Lord God will do nothing but revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets.
Should there be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? Them 7 police officers that got killed. You talking about Ray and them get killed and bust up. That's all the Most High. That's all the Most High. Get that in, I think it's in Sirach about the spirits being made. Y'all got to realize that the Most High is controlling this whole thing. You got it?
Sirach chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created.
There be spirits that are created. Right, officer?
Yes,
there
sir.
be spirits that are created. Who creates spirits? God. There be spirits that are created. Read.
There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
Wait. There'll be...
Their spirits created for vengeance. Vengeance means payback,
Listen.
death.
I hope this ain't going over your head. We just read in Luke 21, the days of vengeance. He used a group of people. When you read Romans 9, it tells you let me read that. I don't want to butcher it. Romans 9. I say Luke 9, Romans 9. I don't want to butcher it. I was about to tear it up. About the wrath of this.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 22.
Yeah, that's it.
What if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endureth with much suffering the vessels of wrath?
The vessels of wrath. Listen up, the vessels of wrath, read.
Fitted to destruction.
Because it was made to whoop your butt, to tear you down, right? To show you who is God, and then they're going to be destroyed.
And to blow stuff up.
That's why it was made. When you read that chapter, he tells you that. Now go back there to Sirach.
Sirach chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
There'll be spirits that are created for vengeance. Read.
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
That please the wrath of him that made him. That made them. Who made them? God. So when you live in a life of where he told you thou shalt not kill, but you want to be with the Crips and you want to be with the Bloods, it's just going to be a nine-ending cycle. Nine-ending cycle. You understand that? Because he put that spirit on you to keep on doing it. Because you won't listen. He said, I'm going to give them up to a reprobate mind. Since you don't want to do what I say, do that then. You want to be a faggot? A homosexual? All right, I'm going to give you to that reprobate mind. So you think it's right. So when I come back, you die.
Bring it out.
You understand?
Bring it out.
That's it on that?
No.
Keep reading.
Verse 29. Fire and hail and famine and death.
Fire and hail and famine and death. Come on.
All these were created for vengeance.
All of them was created for vengeance. Do y'all understand what we're bringing out? We can't be no more clear than this. You can't be no more clear than this. Guys, I know you got something to say. Come on, Wilson. Bring it out, bro.
Watch this. You know Oklahoma's notorious for bad storms, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, and over the past couple years in Texas too, they been getting like golf ball size hail, bigger hail, and it just says, you remember that hailstorm that happened like, I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago? It just ate everything up out here. dented everything. Esau lost a lot of money because the cars was dented to pieces. They couldn't sell them for value pricing. It said, fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Even if somebody was outside that day, they probably got brain damage. God said that hell's purpose, that it happens, is for vengeance.
And it pleases him. It said it pleases him. He's like, yeah.
Watch this, verse 30. Teeth of wild beasts. You wonder why people go to the zoo and get bit and ate up?
I just seen a woman on Facebook get snatched by a lion. She was in this like a safari where you can go and drive through, and a lion just came and grabbed her behind.
Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. All of this was created by the Creator to punish you.
To punish the wicked.
Right. So
and Israel was wicked.
Right. So with Ray throwing up gang signs, flag hanging out his pocket, he walks down the street and another one from another gang shoots him dead. Judgment from the Most High. Because nobody can kill but the Most High.
That's it. You can't say, I'm going to take that brother's life. My cousin got shot 12, 13 times, right? The next day, his partner got shot one time. What's it?
He shot 12 to 13 times?
Right. And walked to the hospital. He lived, right? Somebody was coming to take his life. I'm just showing you something. Somebody was coming to take his life. The next day, because they was in war. They was in a war. The next day, his partner got shot one time in the leg and died. Goes to show you, you can't take nobody's life.
Nah.
It's God who takes the life. You understand that? That's it on that?
Yes, sir.
We're going to go get it more. Get that, Officer, Proverbs 1. And I think it's 20. Just to prove it for the more. Prove this for the more.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20.
Come on.
Wisdom crieth without.
That's what we're doing now. This Bible is wisdom and it's crying without. Read.
She uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concord.
And we go out through all America and this world where we're trying to stress out this word. Crying out in the streets. We do this. Read.
In the openings of the gates, in the cities, she uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
How long, you simple ones, shall ye love being stupid? Stuck in them stupid, comedic doctrines.
Or just it's simple like you have technology, you have internet now. You can research anything. You can research who you are and come to a conclusion that you're an Israelite. If you're a Black, Hispanic, and Native American. You can read this Bible. You can listen to the documentation that we're given, the historical proof that we provided, and come to the conscious decision, I'm an Israelite. I'm a chosen one of God. But you be like, nah, I don't want that. We all God's people. We all God's children. Let me go to church on Sunday.
Right.
That's simple.
Read on.
And the scorners delight in their scorning.
And that's what y'all doing. The scorners delight in their scorning. Yes, you are written in the Bible. That's why I believe this Bible. The scorners delight in their scorning. They love scorning, boy. They love coming against the prophets of the Most High. They love hating God. Read.
And fools hate knowledge.
And fools hate knowledge. That's why they got mad when we was reading earlier. Why y'all reading that book? You know you can come reading that book, you're going to die. We can read now, man. You don't have to worry about that. Who's getting mad? They ain't going to kill us, bro. We can read. Be easy.
Because this Bible's going to make, would have to, when you get into this Bible, you have to change. They don't want to change. That's why they get mad at us for talking it, because it's just something that demon inside of them is like, I don't want to change. I want to stay black, a color in the crayon box. You know? It's like, go ahead.
Verse 23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you.
For y'all scoffing, just saying. Y'all heard the word of God.
Read that again.
Y'all have no excuse.
Read it again.
Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you.
If you sit and just listen, if you just sit for a second and shut your mouth and just listen, he will pour his spirit upon you. Read.
I will make known my words unto you.
He will give you the understanding. Read.
Because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand.
He's calling right now and you refuse it. He's stretching out his hand right now and you refuse it. Read.
I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
And no man regarded.
But ye have set at naught all my counsel and would none of my reproof.
Come on. None of this correction you ain't listening to. You get corrected right down the street and you don't even understand the correction. You don't know judgment. Read.
I also will laugh at your calamity.
And I will also, this is God speaking. The man who made them spirits to kill, he said, I will also laugh at your calamity.
I will mock when your fear cometh.
I will mock when your fear cometh. Read.
When your fear cometh as desolation.
So when you, that drug dealer, right, and them bullets go to popping at you, coming out of your head, you trying to run, who you call on? You hopping fences. Jumping over cars. Now you know God, didn't I? Now you know God. Read it again.
When your fear cometh as desolation.
When them bullets coming, pop, 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 pop. Read.
And your destruction cometh as a whirlwind.
Because he told you not to live that life. And not to live gain life in Proverbs 1 and 10. When you read Proverbs 1 and 10 and down. He said when a multitude of evildoers, right. Get there real quick.
This is Proverbs. Okay, go ahead.
Hold it. No, you read it.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 10. My son, if sinners entice thee.
If sinners entice thee, read.
Consit thou not.
Consit thou not. Meaning don't listen to them. All right? Let's go rob this bank. Let's go rob the store. Let's get together. Read, watch. It's going to explain.
If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause.
Then let's get behind this building and wait till somebody come so we can take it. Read.
Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit.
Come on.
We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil.
That's gang members. That's gang members. Read.
Verse 14. Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse.
Let's split the pot. After we go to robbing the whole day, let's split that pot. Read.
My son, walk not thou in the way with them.
He said, do not walk that way with them. Don't go that way with them. Right? Don't accept their hand. Don't do it. Now go back. This is the results of you not listening.
Verse 27. When your fear cometh as desolation.
When your fear coming as desolation, because you've been shooting up the block, now it's coming to you. It's coming to you now. It's coming to you now. Read.
And your destruction cometh as a whirlwind.
And your destruction coming as a whirlwind. Them bullets flying, hitting glass, breaking. Read.
When distress and anguish cometh upon you.
When stress is, you running. Read.
Then shall they call upon me.
Now you want to call upon God. Now you want, Jesus, God help me. Read.
But I will not answer.
But he ain't going to answer. He's not going to answer.
Wait a minute. You say it. Watch it. This I know what Christians thinking this. So you're saying God doesn't hear prayers?
The brother on here just said that God loves you.
Let me get it.
Get John 9.
I got you.
Okay.
It's because it said when this calamity comes to you, and you pray and He don't hear you. Why? Why don't He hear you? This is the reason why He does not hear you. This is John chapter 9, verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners. But if any man be a worshiper of God and doeth His will, him He heareth. God don't hear sinners. So if you was gang bangers selling dope, the other side, the other gang comes and throws bullets at you. You running, you help me, God, please, help me, God, please. I'm sorry, help me, God, let me make it. God is like,
He not only doing that, He's laughing.
right, laughing.
He's laughing.
Come here for a second. Jesus, come here.
Jesus, look at him. Look. He's laughing. Oh, you pulled that.
Let me run. Look at him run. Look at him run, Jesus. Look at him run. Look, he turned into a track star. He turned into a track star. Jesus, look at him. He running a 4 flat 40 right now with the bullets whizzing behind him.
Y'all don't know the Most High got a sense of humor. Y'all gotta read this Bible.
That
Y'all gotta
behind,
read this Bible. The Most High got a sense of humor.
or that police officer come right by you, stop and frisk you. You got a whole pocket of dope on you. That's a 25 to life sentence right there.
Scared as hell. Knowing when he get behind you, you scared.
That spirit come on the cop saying, I think this brother got drugs. And lo and behold, that brother got drugs. Please, Lord, don't let him find it, Lord. It's in my sock, Lord, please. Oh, what's this in your sock? Oh, he found it. Oh, why did he hear me?
Amen. It's judgment. He told you not to do it. I'm finna read that, man.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 28. Then shall they...
Wait, hold on. It made me think of something when you pulled that. Get 1 Kings chapter 8, chapter 8, verse 46.
Oh, yeah, this is also further proof who the Israelites are.
Right,
Good precept.
right. Read it.
This is 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 46. If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not, and thou be angry with them.
There you go. Thou be angry with them. Deuteronomy chapter 28. That's what God, that's what Christ was saying. Vengeance is coming upon you because God is angry. The prophets knew this. The prophets spoke this. Read.
And deliver them to the enemy,
And deliver them to the enemy. Read.
so that they carry them away captives unto the land of their enemy, far or near.
Who that happened to? We've been talking about it all morning. We've been reading about it all morning. Something that you Negroes don't like to do. Read.
Verse 47. Yet if they shall bethink themselves in the land whither they were carried captives, and repent.
And repent. You have to remember who you are. You have to bethink yourself. You have to remember who you are. Then you have to repent. You have to keep the commandments in the faith of Christ.
So who's the only people on the face of the planet that lose their identity? Who's the people on the face of the planet calling themselves by 2 white men or a name that the white man or another nation named them?
Oh, a whole bunch of bywords.
Jamaican, Mexican, Hispanic, Latino, African American, Black. These ain't names that we just said, we're going to call ourselves this. This is who we are.
Dandy.
This is who we
What's
be.
your name? Dandy.
Dandy, Williams, Johnson, Gonzalez, Lopez, Cortez, Jones, Smith, Adams, and I can keep going.
That ain't your names. That ain't your names. Read on.
Verse 47. Yet if they shall bethink themselves in the land whither they were carried captives, and repent, and make supplication unto thee,
Meaning speak to him. Make supplication, meaning speak. Read.
in the land of them that carried them captives.
So we got to do that all here. We got to remember, this is not our rest. We got to remember that. This is where we got to get punished. We came here to be punished, right? To repent, to wake up and repent, then go home. All right, this is not our rest. Read it again.
And make supplication unto thee in the land of them that carried them captives.
We got to do that here, right here. That's why we doing this. Because it's prophecy, we're going to do it. Read.
Saying, we have sinned and have done perversely. We have committed wickedness.
You have to admit these things. Israel, you black Hispanics and Native Americans, read.
And so return unto thee with all their heart and with all their soul in the land of their enemies, which led them away captive.
Come on.
And pray unto thee toward their land.
And when you pray, meaning you talking to God, right? Read.
Toward their land. We got to stress that.
Okay.
Because you got to know who you are in order to pray toward your land. Understand? You must understand that America ain't your land. Because how you going to pray towards the land you're already in? You got to pray towards Jerusalem. That's your land. That's your home. That's who you be.
Read.
Toward their land, which thou gavest unto their fathers, and the city which thou hast chosen, and the house which I have built for thy name. Then hear thou their prayers.
So we're going to do all that, then he's going to hear our prayers. No, he is not listening to you, Negroes. Nope, he's not listening to you. You down in the street, you hands up, don't shoot in. Most High don't even care about that.
You Sunday church goers, you hallelujah and praise Jesus, cartwheel in the church, he ain't listening to y'all either.
Because he said you got to remember who you are. And he don't know no Baptist.
No. The only Baptist he knew was John.
And that's not even a religion.
Right.
Go back.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 28.
Come on.
Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall
Then you
not
will
find
call
me.
upon me, and I will not answer. Read.
They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
You're going to seek him early, and you ain't going to find him. That's why they stopped believing in God. But he ain't helping us. It must not be a God.
Right, exactly. That's exactly why, officer, bring it up.
It must not be a God.
Because the people in Christian church, they pray all day, every day.
Give all their money.
And nothing happens for them.
I gave $20,000 last year, and my son just got killed.
Right. And I asked God to help me, or I prayed to God every day for my son to be safe, and he got shot. So he didn't hear me. I prayed that my lights didn't get cut off because I gave all my money to the pastor, and my lights got cut off.
And I'm getting put out.
And I'm getting evicted.
The hell is this? That's more on that.
Verse 29. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
You don't love knowledge. You don't love that God say, thou shalt not covet. Thou shalt not hate thy brother. Thou shalt not sleep with a woman, man to man. You hate them laws. You want to do what you want to do. Read it again, officer.
Verse 29. For that they hated knowledge.
You hated knowledge. That's knowledge. Do you understand all the nations, they didn't have this type of knowledge? They was just savages just living how they want to live. We were civilized. We knew not to sleep with our sister. We knew that. I was like, what the hell wrong with the people here?
Or animal.
Or animal. We knew that because that was in our laws. We knew what to eat. They didn't know what to eat. They just grabbing stuff out of the ocean.
They still don't know what to eat.
That's true. You got something else?
Yeah, this is what you was talking about, how the other nations are going to see us. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5.
I got it. Let me get it for y'all. So Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you. Excuse me. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me.
So this is showing you that God gave the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans commandments, law, statutes, and commandments. Read.
That ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
So wherever you dwell at, that you're supposed to be keeping the law. So it ain't no such thing. The laws is done away with. Read.
Keep therefore and do them.
Keep these commandments and do the commandments. Read.
For this is your wisdom.
So this is our wisdom, not the Egyptian Book of the Dead, not watching the Hidden Colors DVD, but the Bible is our wisdom. Read.
And your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Read.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
When they saw us doing these laws, this is a great nation. This is a wise and understanding people. When they saw us, like when they in Judah chapter 5, when they was trying to see what was our demise, what like keeping the commandments is our strength. It was like, this is a wise people. Right. They saw that. That's all I had.
So that concludes it. So this concludes another episode of Casting Down Imaginations. Hopefully you brothers and sisters was edified on that Luke 21, bringing it together with historical facts on how we fled into Africa, why we fled into Africa, and how we wound up on the west side of Africa to be taken on slave ships and brought to America. So, Shalom Israel, Most High Christ bless. New moon is tomorrow at sundown. No buying, selling. You can cook, no work.